You're watching the SCAC Player of the Week interviews. It's week 2 of the 2021-22 SCAC basketball season, and today we're joined by the SCAC Men's Basketball Player of the Week, senior guard Kyle Poerschke of the Southwestern University Pirates. And Kyle, congratulations and thanks so much for joining us today.
Appreciate you guys having me.
Kyle, you and the rest of your Pirate teammates, winners of 2 of your last 3 starting off the year, 2 and 3 on the first 5 games of the season. A tough schedule to start 4 of your first 5 games on the road. Just sort of take me through where this group is at for this opening 5 games. What have you seen from this team that kind of continues to give you confidence as you work your way through this non-conference portion of the schedule?
Obviously we were a little disappointed losing our first game of the season, having it be a home opener. And so we were a little disappointed. And then we go play UMHB on the road, and really tough opponent, and we lose that one. And so our stress level started to get a little high pretty early in the season. And so what we did is we had a players only meeting right after that second game, and just kind of discussed, got guys on the same page, just talk about some things that we can do better, talk about ways that we can communicate and just be together as a team on the court. And so we focused on those things going into these next 3 games, and we won 2 out of the last 3 and lost 1 in double overtime that could have gone either way. So I feel like we're really building confidence, and that was a very helpful meeting for a lot of guys. And we're just heading in the right direction, and that's our goal, is just to keep growing here these next couple weeks.
Kyle, in your senior season, I'm interested just to sort of hear your headspace, your mindset as you go into this year, trying to get back to some normalcy, coming off of the difficulty that was a season ago, just in terms of the obstacles everyone had to manage to get through that year. Where are you at coming into the senior year? Is there some urgency from you? You mentioned that players only meeting. Is that part of some of that leadership that you've taken on and being one of the senior leaders in this group?
Yeah, there was a lot of excitement going into this year, and I was just excited to get going, and I was excited to be a leader for this team, and I was excited about what this team is capable of this year. And so my mindset going into this season was not just that I've figured things out as somebody who's a senior, that I know what's going on. My goal going into the season was just to continue to focus on growth, not think about, I've done this 3 years in a row. I've been through a lot with the COVID year and regular years as well, and a new coach and whatever. I could have had that mindset going into this year, but I kind of thought before the season that I just wanted to focus on continuing to grow, and continuing to grow this team as well. And being a leader and being vocal on the team, and just that's kind of where my mind space has been.
You talk about that growth, Kyle, and certainly on the floor, you've continued to show that in spades. Last week, averaging 20.3 points and 14 rebounds a game. Outstanding stuff, including career highs, 23 points and 19 rebounds in that double overtime loss that you mentioned to Hardin-Simmons. Speak to your game. Where is it at right now? Certainly, you've been able to score the ball, quite a bit and with success throughout your career, but 19 rebounds, hitting the glass in the way you have. Has there been a mindset change with the way you play, and how have you gained confidence early on in this year individually?
Yeah, rebound is always a focal point for us. It's always a focal point for Coach K, and so I just wanted to set the tone for that, and set the tone for the guys around me that, I'm going to be going after it, whether it be defensive rebounds or offensive rebounds as well. So that's where I'm at. I've worked to be in the best shape that I can be. And so that's a part of it as well, just being in good shape and having the energy to go make those extra plays and get those extra rebounds. So that's where I'm at.
Kyle, you mentioned Coach K, obviously, talking about Connor Kirkendall now in his 3rd season there at Southwestern. How has he put his fingerprints on this program? For our listeners who maybe aren't as familiar with him, what can they expect to see from a Coach Kirkendall-led program, and how have you seen him really improve, this Pirates basketball program over the last couple of years?
Like I said, rebounding one is always a focal point, and so that leads into physicality being a focal point that Coach K has kind of brought into the program. focusing on defense and making that be one of our main objectives going into every single game, just being energetic on defense. But the main thing is, and we've addressed this pretty recently, is we're building a culture here. And being here for the last 3 years with Coach K, he's done a good job pointing out some of those things. We watched the film of our UMHB game the night after that happened on Tuesday, and there were some things that we were not doing well as a team together, that a team with a good culture would have. And so he called us out for it. And so we've just been made it a point to fix it as the players. And so that is something that Coach K brings, is he's building a culture here at Southwestern. And it's our job as players to follow that. And, you know, we feel good about that. We feel good about what we're doing here for Coach K. And so feel really good about the direction of this program this year and going forward as well.
And finally, Kyle, to wrap things up, we talked about 4 of the first 5 games on the road. You finally get to return home this weekend. A couple of big non-conference contests as UTD and Concordia come for your home basketball tournament this weekend. First home game in nearly 15 days. What are your expectations going into the weekend? What will be key for this team to try and make this first couple of home games back in a while successful ones?
Yeah, I'm excited to be back at home. Hopefully we're going to have a lot of, it's a little tournament thing going on here this weekend. So I'm excited to have a lot of fans, a lot of buzz going on in the gym as our games are going on and the games before us as well. So it's going to be an exciting environment. And we played 2 really good opponents in Concordia and UTD, and Concordia, who actually just beat Incarnate Word last night at D1 program. So we've got a lot on our hands this weekend. But the most important thing is just that we continue to build on the things that we've been working on these past 3 games, staying together, playing together on the court, trusting each other, and just competing and playing hard. And when we do that, we're going to put ourselves in a good position to win. So as long as we're doing those things, we're going to be fine this weekend. And the goal is just to go out there, play as hard as we can, and have some fun.
The Houston, Texas native and this week's SCAC Men's Basketball Player of the Week for Week 2 of the 2021-22 SCAC season, Kyle Poerschke, senior guard of the Southwestern University Pirates. Kyle, again, congratulations on your honor and best of luck as you continue to march forward throughout your senior year.
Thank you.